Welcome back to Ink and Insights, the place where words, ideas, and stories come alive. Today, we're exploring a topic that affects every human being: language. Not just as a tool for communication, but as a reflection of culture, power, identity, and thought throughout history. Language is far more than words strung together. It is history, evolution, and expression rolled into sound and script. The way humans use language has shaped civilizations, preserved knowledge, and even sparked revolutions. Let's start at the very beginning. The earliest known forms of written language appeared over 5,000 years ago, with cuneiform in Mesopotamia and hieroglyphics in ancient Egypt. These systems weren't just ways to record trade or events. They were ways to assert power, authority, and memory. Leaders used inscriptions to cement their legacies. Priests used language to explain the divine. In other words, language became both practical and symbolic. Fast forward to classical civilizations like Greece and Rome. Here, language became a tool for philosophy, governance, and persuasion. Think of Aristotle's rhetoric. He taught that words could move minds, shape societies, and define morality. In Rome, Latin spread through conquest, creating a unifying thread across an empire of diverse peoples. Even today, Latin roots survive in English, Spanish, French, and countless other languages, proof of language's enduring power. But language is not static. History shows that it evolves continuously, often reflecting social changes. Take the Middle Ages, for instance. Latin remained the language of the church and scholarship, but vernacular languages began emerging. Old English, Old French, and others. Writers like Geoffrey Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales showed how using the vernacular could make literature accessible and shape national identity. Language wasn't just a way to speak, it became a way to belong, to claim a culture, and to tell stories to the people. Then came the Renaissance and early modern period. This was the age of exploration, discovery, and expansion, and language expanded with it. Scholars revived classical Latin and Greek, inventing words to describe new ideas, inventions, and concepts. And of course, writers like William Shakespeare transformed English forever. He invented words, created idioms, and reshaped storytelling, demonstrating that language can evolve creatively to capture human experience in ways never imagined before. Language also has a history of power, control, and rebellion. Governments, empires, and religions have always tried to control language to influence thought. Consider the printing press in the 15th century. Suddenly, ideas spread faster than any ruler could control. Or the propaganda of the 20th century, where language was deliberately manipulated to shape public perception. And on the flip side, language has been a tool of resistance. Enslaved people, oppressed communities, and marginalized groups have always adapted, coded, and transformed language to express identity and claim freedom. In modern times, language reflects globalization and technology. English has become a dominant global lingua franca, but social media, texting, and emojis show that language continues to adapt to human needs. Just as Chaucer's vernacular democratized literature, today's internet slang, memes, and abbreviations redefine how humans connect and communicate. Language is alive, constantly evolving, merging, and sometimes disappearing, just like cultures themselves. So, what can we learn from the use of language throughout history? Language preserves memory. It carries culture, law, philosophy, and art across generations. Language reflects power. Who controls words often controls thought and society. Language adapts to human experience, evolving with social, political, and technological changes. Language is creative and transformative. It can inspire, challenge, and revolutionize the way we think and live. As the linguist Noam Chomsky once suggested, human language is a defining feature of our species. It allows us to create, imagine, and pass knowledge to future generations. History shows that wherever humans go, language goes with them, shaping identity, culture, and civilization itself. Language is more than communication. It is power, expression, history, and identity. From cuneiform tablets to Shakespeare's plays, from political speeches to tweets, it tells the story of humanity. And by studying its evolution, we gain insight not just into words, but into ourselves. If you enjoyed this exploration, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to keep uncovering the stories behind words with ink and insights. Until next time, keep listening, keep reading, and keep discovering the power of language.